Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our basic fitness assessment. Now, if you haven't done this before, it's great news because today we are going to set the standard for your future fitness. You see, the basic fitness assessment is designed to measure you across a number of different fitness variables: strength, power, speed, cardiovascular endurance, muscle endurance, and flexibility. So, this is what we're going to do today. We are going to do 4 basic exercises. Each exercise we are going to perform for 1 minute, 60 seconds, that's it. And then in between each exercise, we are going to give you a 2-minute rest. The basic fitness assessment will comprise of, as I said, 4 exercises. The first exercise is push-ups, the second exercise is sit-ups, the third exercise is squats, and the final exercise is everyone's favorite, burpees. So, in order to make sure that we do this standard in the same way that we will do it the next time, and ideally we're going to do this every week for the rest of your life, and every week for the rest of your life we're going to see how much better you can improve each week. We need to set the standard. So our first exercise, stick with me guys, is going to be our push-ups. So the movement standard for our push-ups before we start is going to be lying on the ground, your hands tucked in at your side. Your thumb should be in line with your nipple, all right? And from here, you're going to push from the ground all the way to a locked out arm position. Now, what I don't want to see you do is this, all right? We need to make sure that our elbows stay close to our bodies, so we don't want these chicken wings. We want them nice and tight, and we're going to push all the way to the top, and then all the way down. Now, because we've got a 2-minute break in between each of our exercises, I'm going to demonstrate and I'm going to cue you on exactly how we're going to do each exercise. And if you've done this before, sorry about my rambles, but you're gonna have to bear with me because for a lot of people, this will be their first. So, the first exercise, 60 seconds of push-ups as part of our basic fitness assessment is going to start in 5. Get on the ground, get ready for push-ups. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go. Now remember, this is always the standard that you need to do. But if, for any reason, you need to start on your knees, and that's the type of exercise that you do, that's absolutely fine. If you can do a full push-up with your hands releasing on the bottom, that would be ideal. But if you need to do it with your knees on the ground because you're new to fitness, then that's absolutely fine. Now it's better to do 10 perfect reps than 50 imperfect reps. Alright, so you find whatever works for you. But whatever you choose to start with is what you continue with. Elbows tucked in at your side, core nice and tight, back nice and flat. 10 seconds left, everything you got. 4, 3, 2, 1. Our first 1 minute is done. Now mine don't really count because I was doing a mix of on your knees and full push-ups. Please remember that whatever you start with is what you continue with the whole way through. Which is why if you're new to fitness, sometimes it's better to start on your knees, do maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks of that, and then after that, maybe convert, change to strict push-ups, and then continue with that. So if, for example, you'll end up getting 50 on your knees in week 1, and then 55 in week 2, and then 60 in week 3, which would be insanely good numbers. And then you switch to off your knees, and you'll end up getting 25. 25 strict push-ups, not on your knees, is better than 60 on your knees, if you get it. Now, we're 1 minute into our rest. We've got another 1 minute of rest, so feel free to take a sip of water if you need it. And then we're going to go on to exercise number 2, which is our sit-ups. Now the way that we're going to do our sit-ups as a standard is taking your feet together, the soles of your feet pressed tight, your knees are dropped down, so we deactivate your hip flexors. You're going to go all the way down, you're going to touch behind your head, and you're going to come up and you're going to touch in front of your toes. Alright? You can use your arms to help you get up and down. We're not going to start yet. You've got 30 seconds of rest, and there's a reason why I give you 2 minutes break in between each set. I'm going to explain exactly why that is in our next rest. But for now, you've got 20 seconds to get in your seated position, soles of your feet together, your knees dropped out, nice and wide, your feet wherever they feel comfortable. Too far, a little bit easier, closer in, more difficult, somewhere in the middle, just right. So we're going in 3, 2, 1. 1 minute. Touch and in front. Touch and in front. Now remember, guys, you need to count every single one of your reps, because every rep that you do, you're going to write down, and after you finish your workout, you're going to keep a record of those numbers, so that next week when you do this basic fitness assessment, again, you've got a number to beat. One of my favorite motivational quotes is, it's you versus you. 25 seconds left. Remember, the standard is the standard. Don't deviate from how you start. 10 seconds left. It's amazing how time flies when you're having fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. Whew. 60 seconds done. We've done 1 minute of push-ups, 2 minutes break, and 1 minute of sit-ups. That's 4 minutes done. This entire thing is going to take you 10 minutes, including your rest. It's not a lot to ask. Alright, we've got 2 minute break now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our next exercise, which is squats. And you'll notice I've got this ball over here. The reason why I have this ball over here is not because we're going to do anything with the medicine ball, but because it's going to allow me to create the standard. One of the things that we often see people do with a squat is they'll do squats like this. That ain't a squat. The standard of that is terrible. The standard of a squat should be squatting, hip crease below the knee, so hip crease below the knee, and then drive all the way up to the top to extend the hips. That is a full squat. I use this medicine ball over here because it allows me to squat nice and deep, touch, and all the way back up. Now you don't necessarily need this. It could be a chair, could be a sofa, could be nothing, if you trust your movement standard. But I'm gonna leave that up to you. Now, we've got 45 seconds left, and then we're gonna go. Please make sure that your feet, toes slightly pointed out, heels slightly in, your knees drive out, so that the weight is on the outside of your feet and on the heels. At the bottom, you should be able to wriggle your toes. And if you can't, the weight's not far enough back. Your shoulders are back, your chest is up. So I'm dropping down, back is nice and flat, and then you're pushing all the way up. Easy. 15 seconds left. I'm not gonna lie, guys, if you guys are having a struggle doing this, imagine what I feel like trying to talk while I do this. It ain't no joke. All right, so exercise number 3, we've done push-ups, we've done sit-ups, we're going on to squats in 3, in 2, in 1, and let's go. 1 minute. How many can you do with perfect form, back flat, knees drawing out, weight through the outside of your feet and into the heels, shoulders back, your chest is up, and your core is always engaged. Every rep counts. Keep it going. Only 25 seconds in, not even halfway. But now, we're halfway. You're on the home stretch of your squats. Keep it going. "20 seconds. All right, 15 seconds left. Your last 15 seconds, making sure your back stays flat. I don't want to see you round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Some seriously heavy breathing for me. Apologies for my microphone. We've got 1 minute and 45 seconds of break still remaining. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, you've got 1.5 minutes left. Now we spoke about the rest. 2 minutes. Why? Why not 90 seconds? Why not 2.5 minutes? So it turns out that your body has an energy system. And the way that your body utilizes energy I eat food, it becomes glucose, glucose changes into glycogen, and that creates ATP stores. Now ATP is the energy that your body uses for exercises like this. And it takes 2 minutes to replenish those ATP stores. So we do 1 minute exercise, you give it everything you've got, your muscles burn, your lungs are firing, your heart is pumping. You finish, 2 minutes, muscles reset, it's fight time again. So our last exercise, ladies and gentlemen, everything you got is a burpee. In 40 seconds we're gonna start. You lie on the ground, your thighs and your chest touch the floor. Jump and a clap, all right? You can kick the legs out, kick the legs in and up, or you can step it out, step it back in, jump and a clap. It's entirely up to you. Obviously, kick out, kick in, stand up, and jump with a clap is faster, but step out, it's gonna conserve a little bit more energy, so you probably last longer throughout this next 60 seconds. Your 60 seconds starts in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. All right, how fast can you go? Do you need to step it out and step it back in? You choose. Either way works, as long as your chest and thighs on the floor at the bottom and you jump and a clap at the top. 40 seconds left. Come on, you've got this. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. We've got about 30 seconds left. Everything you got. If you thought I was getting to the camera to give myself a break, you were right. I was. 20 seconds left. Your last 15 seconds. Come on, you've got this. 10 minutes. Basic fitness assessment. 4 exercises. 1 minute each. 2-minute break in between. You're 10 seconds away from the end. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's us, guys. Your basic fitness assessment is done. Whew. All right, so just to reiterate, guys, the most important part of the fact that you've just done this workout, first of all, is that you can pat yourself on the back and say, I did it. A lot of people will sit on the couch, procrastinate, not put on their shoes, not grab that sweat towel, and make every excuse under the sun not to do the workout. And you just did it. Unless, of course, you're just watching this video, in which case, I don't even know what to say. But if you have done it, please make sure. Push-ups, after you finish, write down that score. Sit-ups, after you finish, write down that score. Squats, after you finish, write down that score. And finally, burpees, after you finish, write down that score. And keep that score somewhere safe. Next week, same day, same time, you do it again. And your mission, your objective, is to beat last week's score. And we're going to do that as many times as we can forever until you are an elite athlete. All right, thank you so much for being a part of this inspiring movement, being a part of the Core Direction community, the community that strives to inspire other people that are part of it. You, my friends, are an inspiration. Thank you so much. Keep it up.